Okay, we are back. We are back. Good morning, ladies. Let's type it in. Welcome to coffee time. Happy Sunday. Glad to be seen today. All right. Just typed in my good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Happy Sunday morning. Good to be seen. It's a new day. I'm excited. So as you come on, you know to type in good morning so that I will know that you're there. I can give you a shout out. Shout your name out. Good morning. It's a new day. Happy Sunday morning. I have my coffee. Glad to be back again this morning. So, ladies, as you come on, say good morning to me. Type in good morning so that I will know you there and can give you a shout out. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so Tia, Carolyn. Okay, this is not coming up on my computer. I don't know why, but I have my phone here, so I'm just playing double here. So I'm not sure why I can't see your comments here on the computer, but I can't. But I know Carolyn is watching. Pam said good morning. Um, Tia, good morning. How are you? What's going on, ladies? How are you this morning? Let's just see why this is not coming up. Oh, why am I not getting a comments here? Let's just do this and see what's going on. So I want to be able to see the comments on my computer, and I'm not. So whatever's going on, I'm not going to worry about it. So, ladies, as you come on, say good morning. Happy Sunday morning. I am glad to be back. Good to be seen. Thank you so much for getting up and joining me this morning. Cheryl is on. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? Again, I can't see the comments on my computer. I'm not sure why. So I'm sitting here looking at my phone to see who's on. And we'll just do double duty. That's okay. How's everybody doing this morning? It's today is the 20th. Countdown. We only have a few more days left in the year. Wanda is watching. Good morning. So, ladies, as you come on, type in good morning so I will know that you are there. So I can give you a shout out because you know that I so appreciate you getting up on Sunday mornings and joining me. And you know I do not take your time for granted. So, Pam, it's good to see you, my friend. What's going on, ladies? Are you all set for the holidays? Have you completed all of your shopping, or are you out still running around doing some last minute shopping? I really didn't do any. I did just a little bit, and I do have a little bit more to do. So, yeah, I know this is going to be a difficult Christmas for some of you because of this virus. You won't be able to see your loved ones, and some of you have already had to go through that. Not being able to see your loved ones on Thanksgiving. So, but I'm hoping and believing and having the faith that this time next year things will be different. And we all know that we have a vaccine now, so hopefully things will work out so that yeah, we can go back to at least being with our loved ones. I'm choosing my words carefully this morning. I'm not going to say go back to normal because hopefully things will be better for all of us. So, ladies, as you come on, say good morning so that I will know that you are there. It is good to see you. So, I want you guys to notice that I have a little poinsettia over my shoulder here because my friend Janice Taylor, who's not even on this morning, and for any of you that know Janice Taylor, you know um, that she told me I had to make sure I had a poinsettia in the picture this morning. So I had to turn my camera and shift it a different way to bring this poinsettia in here to make sure that it is seen. So, yeah, I'm excited. Tia says she's preparing for a pre-worship workout. No shopping, just sewing the year. Awesome. Kim, it's been a while. How are you this morning? Hope you are doing well. So, ladies, thank you for getting up and joining me this morning for Coffee Talk. I appreciate you. So, I am just going to go ahead and get started because you know I don't want to keep you too long this morning. So for the last few Coffee Talks, we have been talking about preparing for 2021. And a couple of weeks ago, I talked about making a list and what you want to leave behind in 2020, what you want to bring forward in 2021. Because I talked about starting the year with positive energy. And then last week, Megan was on with me, and we talked about just how to move forward in 2021 because 2020 has been such a difficult year for so many and a lot of emotions, and a lot of us had to, or we were forced to stop and sit still and reflect. We just talked about how to move forward in 2021. And one of the things I said, don't be so hard on yourself and be patient with yourself. Well, what I want to share with you today is my own experience this week. And you know I'm transparent. So whatever I say on Coffee Talk, I hold myself accountable as well. So the beginning of the week, I went out this morning. I went out for a walk. I was supposed to meet a friend on Thursday, and our times got, you know, all screwed up. So I ended up not walking with her. Normally I jog, but I ended up, I said I'm just going to walk. So as I started walking, I started thinking about my year. So today I want to talk about the year in review, and I want to share it with you. Number one, to be transparent, and number two, so as you think about your year in review, to maybe be cautious on some things that may be creeping up on you, because that's what happened to me. So I'm walking along, and when I walk, I listen to gospel music. I'm out by the lake, and I pray, and I'm really trying to be in touch with my inner being, because when I'm out there by that lakefront is when I get clarity. So I started thinking about my year in review, and immediately I started beating up on myself. I started thinking about what I could have done better. I started thinking about my business, and I just started thinking of all the negative things versus positive things. I started thinking of certain things as a failure versus success. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden my mood changed, obviously, because I started to get a little emotional. And then I caught myself. I caught myself. Because all the things that I talk about on Coffee Talk and share with you about what not to do, this is what I was doing. Everything that I thought of, when I thought of my year in review, it was negative. I related it to my business, and I started thinking of failure versus successes. And I realized that I was not in alignment with my inner being. And that's why my mood changed, the emotions started to come up on me. So I had to talk to myself. Like, wait a minute, what are you doing? What are you doing here? So then I allowed my thoughts to be more intentional. So I started thinking about what led me on this journey in the first place, this journey that I'm on right now. Because remember, and I've shared this with you, I wanted to pursue my purpose. I knew there was more to my life. I was not fulfilled. I was restless. And I was praying, God, what is my purpose? Why am I here? So during my walk, I went back to the beginning of this journey. I had to go back so that I could put things in proper perspective in order to move forward. And as far back as I can remember, and I've shared this with you before, I have prayed and asked God to use me to be a blessing to others. So that's the first thing that I had to come up with. I had to go back to just get back to this point of, Eva, why are you on this journey and what led you to this journey? So I've been asking God to use me to bless others. Now I was stuck, knew there was more to my life, had no idea what the rest of my life should be. I just knew that it had to be more. So I went down this whole journey of pursuing my purpose. And you already know this. I was pursuing my purpose. Um, I identified my top priorities, my values. I was led to coaching, and it was during coaching with I had my first emotional breakthrough. So coaching helped me tap into the person within. I found my purpose, and then I had this vision. So I know that my purpose is to help women. It's just that simple, to help women live their best life. Now, I can put it in some more fancier words, but that's what it is. That's what I truly believe my purpose is to help women live better lives. Just based on my own journey, you know? And then I had this vision. So I started this business, right? But somehow in the midst of it all, my priorities and my focus got twisted. So I began to measure the financial outcome of the business versus my purpose, which is helping women. And that's why during my walk, I started beating up on myself. I lost sight of my purpose. I lost sight of my vision. And I started defining everything based on the financial outcome. And that's why I was like, you're not successful. You are a failure. And all these negative things were coming into my mind. Now, I kind of knew this because I'd had some conversation. I don't know if Megan is on or not, but Megan and I had had some conversation about this before. And I'd shared with her, or maybe she coached me through some of it a little bit, about losing focus of what's really important. And you know, I talk about stay connected to your why, because staying connected to your why will keep you inspired, will keep you motivated, and keep you encouraged. But I lost sight of my why. Because society in my mind says you are successful if you can obtain A, B, and C. And that's what I was doing. So I had to, and it was a wonderful walk. As a matter of fact, I ended up walking a mile more than I anticipated. I planned on walking about 6 miles. I think I walked 7 because I really got caught up and I really started to focus on this inner being, my inner being. And I really needed that because in the back of my mind, this had been there. I've been measuring my success based on the financial. So I had to talk myself through it. If I've helped one person, am I successful? The answer is yes, because my purpose is to help women live better lives. So if I've helped one person, then I have been successful. So I had to start looking at my life from a different perspective. And I'd been struggling with that. So during my walk the other day, when I realized that I'd been holding on to this and been in denial, I couldn't wait to share it with you today. Because think about this. As you think about your life in review, have you lost sight of what's really important? And if you haven't, great. But as you do, make sure you don't lose sight of what's really important. And that's what I had done. I had started measuring the wrong thing. So I was really happy in the sense that I was finally able to acknowledge it and admit it to myself. Because again, I had some conversation with Megan about it. So for me, if I've helped one person in 2020, if I've helped one woman, then I am successful. Because my purpose is to support and encourage and help women just live their best lives. That's it. And if I'm doing that, then I'm successful. So I really had to check myself, you know? And all the things I talk about on Coffee Talk, like I said, I hold myself accountable too. And I realized that everything I've been praying for, I have. My priorities, I have them. I've always prayed to have a better, stronger relationship with God. And I continue because I pursue it to help people, to help women. And I'm doing that. Check. My own continued growth and development. Check. Relationships are important to me. I have a very small circle. And I'm in a relationship. Yay. Check. The last part was to have a successful business. But if I've helped one person, then I have a successful business. And besides, my business does not define me. My business is a tool. But regardless of whether I had One Evolution, the name of my business, or whatever, I would still be doing what I'm doing, my purpose. The business is just an outlet. It's a tool that allows me to help me to do it. But it doesn't define who I am. So everything that I've been praying for, I have. So I had to really, really talk to myself. And it was an emotional walk, needless to say. That's why I ended up walking a mile more. And I'm sharing this with you because if you are at the point where you're looking at your life, and if you're not feeling good, if you know what you're thinking is not aligned with your inner being, then maybe you just need to look at it from a different perspective. Maybe you're focusing on the wrong thing. So I am successful because I defined my purpose. I am pursuing my purpose. I am living my purpose. And that's what's really important. All the other stuff will come. My focus should be, will be, must be, is to be the best version of myself that I can be. So that I can help other people. If that is truly my purpose, which I believe, then my focus must be to be the best version of myself. And part of being the best version of myself is being transparent. Because how can I sit here and talk to you about how you live and look at your life? And if I'm sitting here and I'm beating up on myself, I'm thinking negative thoughts. I'm defining my success based on at the end of the day, is not my purpose. Now, finances are important. Yes, don't get me wrong. But if I'm the best I can be doing what I do, then the rest will come. And part of that is making sure I'm focusing on the right thing. So I started looking at my life from a different perspective. And with that being said, I acknowledge my success. I acknowledge and encourage myself to keep pursuing my passion. Not my business, not my finances, but my purpose, which is my passion. And I have to remind myself that my business is a structure that allows me, that I use. And then I had to acknowledge the fact that I even built a business. Because I've talked about this before, and I talk about this with my clients. Because when you work with an organization, you have an objective. So you go in, you do your work, and you're really good at it because you know what the objectives are. But when you start a business and you have to build the structure, it's a whole different ball game. So check that off. You've built a business. So I had to acknowledge myself, encourage myself. And I kept thinking about you ladies. I kept thinking about Coffee Talk and all the things that I've talked about and all the things I've shared and how to go into the year. And I'm thinking, even here you are out here. Who do you think you are? Because you're beating up on yourself. You're doing just the opposite of everything that you talked about. But that walk was obviously meant to be. It happened at the right time. Because remember, I said I was supposed to be walking with this other young lady and our timing got screwed up. But I was already set to walk. So I said, I'm just going to walk. So I needed that. The timing was so on point. It's amazing how God works. So then I started thinking about my focus for next year. Because remember, I talked about what are you bringing into the new year. So I just want to share with you what I'm bringing into the new year and how I'm going to approach life from a different perspective. And I'm just going to share my list with you to be more, to continue to be transparent, I guess I should say. I don't want to conceal my emotions. And that's why I wanted to share this with you today. So as you look at your life in review, be patient with yourself. Focus on the positive, not the negatives. Be aligned with your inner being. Create a mindset to focus on what I'm drawn to do, and that's my purpose. And knowing and believing everything else will follow. Not the business, not the finances, but my purpose. Because that's what brings me joy. That's what fulfills me. And live from a place of higher level, positive energy. And what's interesting, the moment I started thinking about the negatives, my energy came down. So I always want to live from a place of positive, higher energy. Focus on helping more women. How can I help more women? What is it that I can do, maybe better or more or differently? Being in alignment with my inner being. And you'll know when you're not in alignment with your inner being because you have that tug of war, you have that feeling that's going on, that intuition. It tells you something's not right. And that's what happened to me instantly. And to continue to build confidence. To continue to build confidence. To be always thinking, being the best version of myself that I can be. Address and push past the fear. Because fear always shows up, and you know that. It's not like you have fear one time and that's it. Fear always shows up, but to always, I read something yesterday, comfort is a surrender to fear. So if you're comfortable, then that's your worst enemy, because comfort is a surrender to fear. So go beyond comfort, my focus in 2021. More love and elevation, just being more present in my life and finding love in everything. Self-love and appreciation. Love begins at home. Self-love and appreciation. Valuing versus devaluing. Choice is knowing I have a choice. And I can always choose positive energy. Choose my why. And make decisions that are aligned with my why, which is my purpose. And being present. Being present is so important on this journey. Because this is it. We only get this one journey. This is it. So being present in this journey. And respect the universe. There is so much when that, for me, that I miss out on because I'm not being present, I'm not focused. Even when I go out on the lakefront, I listen to music, but when I turn my music off, the birds singing, the birds, the wind that blows, the smell of the flowers, just being present. And the big one for me is having greater appreciation and gratitude for all there is. And I was saying to you, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I've been on this 30 days of gratitude because I realized I'd become complacent. Every day I'd be thankful for the same things over and over, but there's so much that happens during the day that I didn't even acknowledge. The other day I'm driving, all of a sudden I'm out of my lane and this car is just blowing because it was on my blind side. And I was like, I could have had an accident, but I was grateful that I didn't. The parking spaces you get, be grateful. When somebody smiles, be grateful that you're even being acknowledged when somebody smiles at you. And living from a place of love and not fear. So every time I feel fear, change it into love. So that's what I'm bringing forward in 2021. And I wanted to share that with you. So as you look at your year in review, what are you focusing on? Do you need to look at life from a different perspective? It's been a challenging year, very difficult year for so many of us. The emotions are running high. Some of you are moving into the new year without loved ones because you've lost loved ones, or you haven't been able to connect with loved ones this year and you're feeling some kind of way. Do you need to look at your life from a different perspective? Some of you feeling beat down. But think about the good things in your life. And are you measuring, like I was, the wrong thing? So, that was my week. And again, I just wanted to share it with you because I've been talking about moving forward in 2021 and how to move forward in 2021 and all the things that I was suggesting you do. When I was out there beginning that walk, I was doing just the opposite. And I realized how quickly you can get caught up in the negative and brings your energy down. It brings you down. You feel the weight on your shoulders. But the moment I realized something is off here, I wasn't connected to my inner being, I changed my thoughts. And I had to go back to the beginning of this journey. Why did you start this journey in the first place? How did you even get here? And where are you now? And look what you've accomplished, look what you've learned, look what you've grown, how you've grown, look what you've built. Check, 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 check. But I lost sight of that because I was focusing on the wrong thing. And that's why I wanted to share this with you today. So as you prepare to end this year, think of all the things that you went through this year. You're here right now because if you listen to me, you're still standing. You're strong. You're courageous. And you're still standing. So that's Coffee Talk. A year in review. What are you bringing into next year? Be patient with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Acknowledge your strengths. Acknowledge your successes. That's what you bring into 2021. Stay connected to your inner being. Live from a place of love and not fear. And remember, comfort is a surrender to fear. Okay, so I'm going to look down at my phone to see what type of comments we have because I don't have it on my computer, so bear with me a moment because I'm looking down. Love you guys so much. Janice, you're on. Janice, you missed the point where I called you out. Make sure you see that little poinsettia there. Yeah, that's my friend Janice Taylor told me to make sure I have it. Megan, good morning. I'm here cheering you on right now. Thank you, Megan. Megan and I talk all the time. As a matter of fact, I tell you now, ladies, this is going to be powerful next week. Megan and I have a 2-hour Zoom call, accountability meeting. We're going to focus on just what we're bringing into 2021. And again, she and I had talked about, focusing on the wrong thing, this whole financial. And she said to me one day, once you realize that, you are going to step into something even better. So Megan, I'm glad you were here. Kim says, Eva, you've helped me discover that I must learn to acknowledge myself, which is difficult to do in these times. But here's the thing, if you don't, who else will, Kim? Confidence, surrender of fear. That's it. That's it. It's to express love to yourself as much as you express love to others. That's what Pam's saying. Change fear into love. Yeah, we're still standing. I'm a hugger. 2020 has been difficult, Pam says, because she's a hugger and she had to learn to hug from afar. Yeah, it's been difficult. But Here's the thing, people, women, we are still standing. And I'm so excited and so grateful to all of you for this platform. You have no idea. You hold me accountable. I love that. Because of you, I'm always striving to be a better version of myself. So thank you so much for holding me up and lifting me up. Because of you, I'm just going to keep on striving. And that's the thing. Next year, I want to just be totally transparent, you know, because I feel that we can all, you know, we get to the point we don't have to hide behind anything and we can just acknowledge and love on ourselves. It's just going to put us in a better place and space. So I'm excited for all of you. I'm excited for me. But I just want to just go down memory lane just for a minute, give you a little coffee talk trivia. Well, first of all, this group started in September 7, 2017. We had the first coffee talk November 12, 2017. And I thank Megan for that because she's the one that talked me into it. So as of this coffee talk this morning, we've done 46 coffee talks this year. And we've had 8 guests. So shout out to Danica, Kimberly, Megan, you've been on a few times. Pam, Carolyn, Rachel, and Katie have all been guests on Coffee Talk this year, sharing powerful, inspiring messages. So I am so grateful to all of you for this platform, for the encouragement, for the love. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. If you want to be a guest, please come on. Now, this is what I'm going to try to do for next. I don't know if I'm going to do it next Sunday or the first Sunday in July. I'm sorry, January. I'm getting crazy this morning. What I'd like to be able to do is to set up a Zoom and just post the link, and whoever wants to come on live, you can come on live with me into the Facebook group, and this way you can talk. So I think I may do it for next week. If not next week, I'll do it the following week. So ladies, that is Coffee Talk this morning. I think I covered everything. Megan says, I've upped my game. She needs to prep today. Yeah, Megan, you're right, because I'm going to be ready for that Zoom meeting call tomorrow. So ladies, Christmas, 25th, whatever you're doing, you celebrate is happy, with happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you are safe. I hope you take some time to really focus on you. Because you know, ladies, you are busy taking care of everybody else. I hope you take some time just to acknowledge you, what you've been able to accomplish. And Kim, you've been taking care of everybody else. Acknowledge that about yourself. That's strength. I want you to shift a little bit and start focusing on you too, but at least acknowledge your strength because you've been able to do it. Stay connected, ladies, to your inner being. Your inner being will let you know when you're going against. When you're going against what you are meant to do, your inner being will let you know. The energy will change. You'll feel that energy dropping. So stay connected. Love and blessings to you and your family. Again, lady, heartfelt love and appreciation. Happy holidays. I will see you back here next Sunday. God bless you. Have a great week.